Hey guys, this is Kyle. It is Sunday afternoon. It's like 3 o'clock. Could be later than that. I waste so much of my day with, y'all know, just waste a lot of your life with these people. I'm basically just making this video. Like I walked out into my yard and there's so much poison. It just smells like burgers cooking. Nobody's doing a barbecue in my neighborhood. Nobody really goes out anymore. It's like kind of a third world, war zone neighborhood now. Everybody just kind of stays inside. The people with the microwave weapons shoot them. It's really horrifying, and I just look crazy or whatever. But I just wanted to touch base with y'all because something kind of weird. Oh, black squirrel. Oh, that's a black squirrel. I don't think I've ever seen him. I'm going to try and get him on video for you guys. Oh, he's a little cute black squirrel. Look at him. That little black squirrel. I hope I'm getting him on tape. Oh, he's so pretty. Little black squirrel. Little black fox squirrel. But I just wanted to tell y'all, like, my situation has kind of changed. I'm still at the house. I'm trying to figure out a way to pull out of here, like a war, like I'm in a war, to pull out with all my defenses without them hurting me too badly. But recently, like, a guy in a black car came over to the main organizer's house, and there was no license plate on the car. It was just a black car. Sat there for like 2 weeks. They finally got a Louisiana license plate on the black car, but since he's been there without the license plate and he just stays there, that black car just stays there, and the people who live there, they drive their cars up behind him, like to, I guess, kind of guard him or whatever, or kind of guard that he didn't have a license plate, and it was really suspicious. But my torture completely changed. It got a lot worse to where they're actually like shooting like pinpointed microwaves to the sides of my head, and it's like cutting into it. So it's worse than it's ever been. I think the remote neural monitoring is a lot worse. It's more powerful microwaves from this guy. I think it's a guy who's not even from the state. He came in, I think he probably came into the state because he had no license plate at first, and then they ended up getting him a Louisiana license plate to put on his car in 2 weeks. I'm going to check out those plates, somehow, like report this somehow. But yeah, it's a lot worse. It's like this guy, I think, is brought in because my attacker can't get me out of my house, so he's bringing in somebody, to help him out, to kind of, just get this guy moving along. So what they do is they really murder you hard to say they're getting you out of your house or whatever, because they want to move you to the next area and torture you there too. I don't see why I should move from my house, because they're just going to attack me anywhere I go. But I might as well. It does feel good to be away from them physically, because like I'm kind of empathetic, so I kind of feel that they're around. They're snarling, and it's like, not even talking about the V2K or whatever. I just feel them kind of climbing on they're kind of on their walls, putting their equipment up and slamming it down, and it's all the time negativity. And I guess I may have a chance, like, if I had enough money, what I would do, this is for all y'all who have money, I think it's a good idea. You get a truck and you get a little trailer, and you just go across the country, and you never plant yourself anywhere. And I think maybe they might not be able to build up around you, or they might not waste time doing that. That's what I really want to do, just go from state to state in my little Airstream trailer. I traded my car for a truck, and just keep going. Maybe spend a couple of weeks somewhere, get a little job that just pays an hourly rate that's not like a huge career, and just kind of make money as you go along. That's kind of what I think would be the best option, because when you plant yourself for a while, it's all they do. They sit around and they just think of ways to murder you, and then eventually this guy who's the organizer got somebody else to come in who's like, I guess, a professional killer of Americans is what I think he is. It's a black car that had no license plate for 2 weeks, sitting in their driveway. You know, that's not suspicious or anything. I mean, my mom was even in the driveway. I was like, look, it's that black car without a license plate in their driveway, and my torture's completely changed. I mean, completely changed. Like, I have so many defenses that kept me pretty safe, and this guy's like he's like shooting it right into my eye, my left eye, and then all this. It's just like, it feels like it's just being burnt, like all the skin and the nerves along all of this side of my head. That's crazy. I mean, it's real murder. This is real murder. They're really murdering me. It's not like some kind of experiment or playing around with my head. They are pointing weapons at me from their houses, using all their remote strength that they have, and they're trying to murder me because I don't know. I don't think my videos are that great, but I'm putting up a lot of them. Like, what I'm doing is I'm putting up tons of them to get a huge viewing. Like, so I have 30,000 views to my channel, and that's all thanks to you guys. It's thanks to you guys, not to my ramblings, but like that was my plan at first. And I think these guys, putting out information is the most dangerous thing to them. The most dangerous thing to them. So if you want to hurt them, you put out information, like in a report, on a physical report somewhere, or a video, or a book, or a journal that you can give to your psychiatrist, or whatever. Just whatever avenue that you can get information out. These people are more scared of information than they are policemen. You calling a policeman out here, they're scared of information. It's really the only thing we can do. Once we get information out, it'll make it a lot harder for them. And when you get information out about who this is hurting, like if these people who are vehicularly harassing, I see a lot of young women, young men, but if they knew who was being killed in their homes and raped in their homes, like, they wouldn't do it. So there's a lot of people who don't know what they're doing. They think they're actually heroes in society. They think they're patrolling and keeping stuff safe, but they're murderers. They're helping murders, and they don't know that. These people who are vehicularly stalking and stuff like that, they don't know that this guy is sitting back here in this house microwaving the crap out of me while asleep. They don't know it. They don't know that at all. They would not be doing this. Some of them may. Some of them may, and they vehicularly harass. You know, there are some that know and some that don't. So, like, keep fighting. I just wanted to make this video to say a black car. These people never have visitors. They have visitors occasionally, and they'll stay there for like a day or like not even overnight. And this black car has been there for like weeks. Didn't have a license plate when it showed up, and now it has a Louisiana license plate after 2 weeks. And I'm going to report it to the FBI. You know, I'm just going to report stuff to the FBI. It's very suspicious activity. And the whole torture scenario has changed. Like, they're really they hit this left side when I go out, and there are people who vehicularly harass me. Like, I can tell if somebody's just like wiping their face or whatever. But there are some people who like cover their face and they'll like slide it down. And other gang stalkers, you'll understand this. If you're not, you'll be like, oh, guy's nuts or whatever. And that's just, I guess that's par for the course. But it's Sunday afternoon. I spent the whole weekend. It was my weekend off from work, and I spent the whole weekend wrapped up in this mess of negativity and murder and torture and lies. And then it's like I'm supposed to be helping my mom work too, and didn't do any of that this weekend. I mean, they keep you from your life, and they kill you while they're doing it, and they call you crazy while they're doing that. Here's some more poison. It blows away. Like, they'll do it in the yard, and it smells exactly like cooking chicken mixed with cooking hamburgers. That's what it smells like right now. They've made it smell like perfume before. They've made it smell like crawfish boil when there were no crawfish boils during the day. So there's many smells that they can make. The one that I smell the most, though, is the cooking chicken hamburgers. When I'm in my house and they shoot poison in my house, it smells more like sewage. And so the best thing to do, and I didn't put this on physical defense, which I should have, get those 2000 flushes things that you put in your toilets. Be sure and get those. I've made videos. Get those to clean out the whole water system. And put some of your faucets, at least 2 of your faucets, if you are experiencing poison in your house, turn at least 2 of your faucets on so it'll run the water through, run the poison through. But you want to get those in every toilet in your house. You want to put those like 2,000 flushes, those little blue cakes that you put in the back of your toilet. You want to make sure you get those. And my stuff, like they're putting toxins and poisons like that out in my yard. They're like chemtrails like every day, just all over the city. So I take Epsom salt baths like a lot. Like I make sure that I take an Epsom salt bath. I'm gonna start doing it at least once every 3 days or something like that. Just defend your body. I mean, these people are ruthless murderers who don't care. They don't have one second thought about this. This guy in the black car seems to be from another state, I would assume, and he's not even a member of the state or this neighborhood. He's come in to murder a person specifically. That's what his job is, and people are listening to him. They're listening to him and saying, okay, what do we have to do to murder this guy and get him out of his house? They're listening to this guy. They're listening to a murderer who came in here. My torture's completely changed. He's got modded weapons in there. He's got modded directed energy weapons, and it was a lot better with just Lynn and these guys, the Hispanic household, and then Lynn's house. I just said my stalker's name. Sorry about that. I said I'd always not say his name. That's the first time I've said his name on the camera. It's just a name though. It's just his first name. I say my name, Kyle. And then the house behind my house in the front. And then I'm not sure. This office window is always open right there. But I think they may have just done that to screw with me. But they may actually be hitting me from the back too. My gang stalking experience is huge, and like I don't talk to my parents about it. Like I can't talk. Like the guy at work, like we're good friends. Like we're still good friends, but I don't know. He's just real weird with me. Like to a point where I think, and he's probably watching this video, so like it's just like I think he thinks I'm really crazy, and he thinks I'm like unstable. Like, and so he's worried about that, or he judges me for that, which is what we all get. We get for this situation because it's really unbelievable. It's unbelievable that people could spend all their time doing this, but they're also making money. They're making money. It's a lifestyle, and it's people without conscience. They're psychopaths, so they don't care about murdering people. They actually get off on it. They watch somebody suffer, and they either laugh about it or they get off on it. It's fantastic. I mean, fantastic in the most negative way you can think of. It's happening all over our country, to young men and women, to middle-aged men and women, to older men and women, to veterans, to mothers, to college students, just everybody. It's happening like they're being targeted and murdered in their homes. These people have no right. They have no reason to do this. It's insanity, complete insanity and complete evil. Like I've been involved in it for 5 to 7 years. When I say 5 to 7 years, you've got to understand that these people are so evil and deceitful that they've tortured me, and I didn't even know part of the time that I was being tortured. I thought it was health issues. Like that's how conniving and deceitful they are. They don't even want you to know that they're torturing you. They just want you to die and nobody to know what you died from. I mean, it's luck, and most of the time, like a couple of years into your torture, they will let you know. Like that's what I've heard from other individuals. What they do is they hurt you for a while, they wear you down, they surveil you, they get to know you for a couple of years without you knowing really what's going on. Then they reveal it. And they think that it's a point. They think that it's a point where you can't do anything about it. Like, oh, we'll tell you now because we've worn you down. Because they do everything by a program and just it'll work because this is just a human scumbag like me. That's what they say. They're like, I'm a scumbag and I'm not worth much, so this human will hit him for this long and it should work. And that's what we got to show them all. Like, we're humans with souls and we're a lot better than them. And we're a lot better than what they think. So we've got to really show them that they can't go off of how much of a bag of crap they are. They actually have to deal with a real human being. We need to start showing them that. Because he does. He has a timeline. He thinks you can just kill a human being and it'll just be the same kind of run every time. It'll just be kind of the same, the same program done to the same human. Oh, we'll wear him down this long and it'll get done. But he doesn't know me at all. He's trash, my stalker. my organizer, my attacker, he's like trash. He's stupid. He's an animal abuser. He's a people abuser and killer. But I know it's negative. I want to get this negativity out, though, on the video because it's true. It's what I'm feeling right now, and I'd rather do this. There's the poison again. I've had 3 doses of it in this yard while I've been sitting here. When I came out, it was out, and then it blows away because the wind is blowing today. And then a little bit later, I got another dose, and it smells like a lot like chicken and beef burning. So I'll probably have to take, like if I go out in my yard, because these are toxins that they'll hurt a human being and they react with the directed energy weapons. Like I'm pretty sure the toxins that they pump into my yard do that. Because they do it on such a wide scale, even when kids are out playing. So I think it does have toxic effects, and it can hurt a regular human being that's not being targeted. But I think mainly its main purpose is to get those directed energy weapons working with this. And they've been doing it a lot more since the black cars come in. I think he probably brought a lot of stuff with him, like a lot of different methods of killing a person and poisoning them. So they've been doing the poison a lot more because I think he sees the importance. Like he's done this a lot. I think this guy in the black car, he probably goes from family to family who can't get their targeted individual dead or out of the house, and he helps them. He's like a specialist in it. So he's probably killed before. The way he was hurt, like the way he was torturing me last night, shows that he has a total disregard, just wants to get it done. And getting it done is killing a human being to him. And everybody in the neighborhood is all looking to him for leadership. So it's really crazy. Our country is in a lot more trouble than anybody knows. I have no choice. Like, we have no choice to target individuals to shut up about this, because we'll die, our nation will die, our world will be filled with hate and negativity and rape squads running around harassing people. And this is happening. It's just happening, whether you want it to be happening or not, whether you think I'm crazy, delusional, need to take medicine or not. It's just happening. So from my point of view, you could leave a comment on here like, oh, you're just delusional and you need to be on your meds, your neighbor's not doing anything. And so I'm like, okay, you say that comment or whatever. Nobody really says that anymore on my thing, and I don't care if they do. But that's great and all, but it really is happening, so I really have to react to it like it's happening. So I want everybody to understand the position that I come from. You can think I'm delusional, you can think I need to be on medicine, you can think this isn't happening, you can think it's all in my head, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I have to take it, and I have to say, what am I dealing with? Because I know what I'm dealing with. And that sucks, because a lot of friends, like, I've explained it to them like that. I'm like, it's great that you just want me to get better just by not thinking about it or something, but then it's like I gotta leave that conversation and deal with the reality, which y'all all understand. There's another wave of poison. Like, it's a lot of poison since the black car showed up, because he wants to get it done. He wants to fill me with those toxins and get it done. I've had 4 doses in this yard of the toxin. There are no burger places or chicken places even near this neighborhood. This black car guy, I think he's got a lot of modded weapons, a lot of ideas of how to really kill a human. Mr. Lynn had a truckload full of lumber, fresh lumber yesterday, little like things you'd make bookshelves with. And it was the day before yesterday, I think. And don't see him outside anywhere. Don't see him doing an outside project. But I know that I put up corrugated steel along my wall, and the only way they'd be able to get through it with ground weapons is to put it on shelves. I saw these other guys do the same thing a couple months ago. They bring in a bunch of lumber into their house to do some secret project inside their house. Could be a bookshelf. You could just say it's a bookshelf. But it's like this black car shows up and everything changes. Like, the whole scenario, the kind of pain that it's giving me is different. The places where he's hitting, like, it's not, like, I can tell if it's Lynn, my main organizer, or I can tell if it's like, the Hispanic guys. I can tell by where they hit and how lethal they are. And this guy is totally different. He's done this before. You can tell that my main organizer, this is his first time to do it. because he's like a serial killer guy in the making, but he's kind of still holding back a little bit. This other guy, he wants to get it done. He just wants to shuffle me on out of here with murder or intimidation or whatever. They don't intimidate me because they're murderers and criminals, but the murder does hurt. You know, murder really hurts. But anyway, I just wanted to give y'all an update, you know, kind of my situation, how it's going. I don't know how long, I guess they'll let this guy in the black car live there. I guess they were just expecting me to be kicked out of the house or leave, or just flee from the house or be murdered. I don't know what they expect, but it's on a timeline that he has that none of it happens. None of it ever happens. So I don't know how long. It's a little black fox squirrel. I wonder where they came from. I'm going to call him Sir Reginald. He looks like a Sir Reginald. Alright, guys. It's not like my jokes aren't even funny. I try and make jokes now, and like my humor is just gone. Not that I'm not funny, because I'm hilarious, but like I don't laugh at my own jokes anymore. Because it's so depressing. This neighborhood is just like crazy now. It's so great when I first showed up. Kids riding bikes around, just activity all the time. And now it's just like this dead space where people are inside their house waging wars. The whole group. There's this house, Hispanic house, next to me over here. They're involved with ground weapons. And you got my organizer's house over here. You know, he's got tons of ground weapons, and he's got a specialist in here. He's got some black car guy who's actually, this is his job, I think, to go from house to house in different cities and like help people who are targeting individuals. You got the barking dogs all the time. And I didn't know that people could train their dogs to bark all the time, but they can. So you got that from the house across the street, then the house caddy corner is involved. They know. People really, I didn't know that somebody wouldn't, and there is, I don't want to get into it, but there are people who don't like it. They don't agree with it. But the majority of people are just like, yeah, what do we got it? We're going to murder somebody? All right. They don't care about it. It's not even a passionate, like, murder. It's not even like, oh, we got to kill this guy because he's attacking me or something. It's just like, we got to get rid of this guy. He's crazy. And it's just all just flatline, no conscience, no emotions. I'll do this through the barking dogs. I want to get this stuff on tape. So good. Great. That's a tactic. If any other target individuals back me up in the comments. Look at barking dogs. Just bark all the time. I guess it's supposed to make us look crazy or something, or sensitize you to loud sounds and loud noises. I'm really starting to not care about what they want to do with their little psychological torture and their murder. I really don't care. It's so petty and crappy, and it's betraying this nation. It's treasonous. It's terrorist-oriented, and it's just plain murder. It's just plain, cold-blooded murder. So I'm getting real tired of it. And I'm going to, do a lot of stuff. These videos are the most important thing. And I'm sorry if sometimes, I sound angry or whatever. But the deal is that I am angry right now. I've been tortured in my sleep where they don't even know how much it's affecting things. I don't even know how much I've been damaged, neither of us, because they're torturing me in my sleep. So that makes me kind of mad. And then it's like, I can't talk to anybody about it or get help, even medical help. So yeah, I am mad. And I see all the other target individuals, they're very angry. More angry than any person should have to be for no reason. And that's what these people are trying to do to us. They're trying to make us angry and out of sorts so we can either do crazy things or they can just say we're doing crazy things. It's just a pile of negativity, a pile of hatred. These people, they remind me of demons. I know they're real human beings, but they really, the V2K and the microwaving torture, all that, it's just, demonic, demonic to me. It's like they're humans, but they take up the role of demons, They like playing the demon, torturing and watching somebody suffer. And so much negativity on top of negativity and just constant negativity all day long that it's supposed to wrap you in it. It's supposed to wrap somebody who is halfway good or, whatever. Just somebody struggling, instead of letting them reach good things in their life, it just drags them down and they feed off of that. These people are capable of feeding off of this trauma and this hate for years. These guys could sit here for 20 more years and do this happily. And I noticed the guys like my main organizer and a person over here who's torturing me a long time. I saw them at first and they were kind of pudgy and fat, not in shape, and now they're they've slimmed down. It's like they're using this to kind of to make their lives better. They're using killing me and organizing all this stuff, and they feel better and they feel like they're building something. But it's really just murder, complete murder. Somebody while they're asleep. The worst thing that's ever been invented in human history, and they're proud of it. They're proud to be doing that, to be building it, to be working so hard on it. To me, it's just the shittiest thing you could ever do. Alright guys, this was an angry rant. I'm going to call it an angry rant. It wasn't that bad. I'm not that angry. I'm being murdered. I am being murdered. I got to go to work. Next week I'm on call. So they'll definitely remote torture me that whole time. They'll find situations where it's I need to be on point, and they'll make sure to really hit me during those times. Because they're cowards. They look for somebody to have their hands tied, and that's when they attack them and abuse them. And they act like it's a war, they're targeting somebody, or they're it's some kind of military thing, or it is. It's militaristic. The things they say on B2K, you ready? You got him. We got him. It's very militaristic. It's does he hear it? They're testing out this equipment. They want to know if it works. They want to know if it's working at the time. If it's hurting me all the time. They want to make sure that I'm in pain all the time. Jerks, evil jerks, the most black jerks. Black as in dark, dark, evil. I still trust in God. I don't know, I wish I could be stronger in that category. I'm trying to keep my faith. But when I'm physically worn down, it's hard to raise myself spiritually and feel a lot of love, because I'm always, looking around. I'm always, hurting or seeing who's going to try and fuck me over or something. But, I'm trying. I'll get back there. It's just right now, they brought this new guy in. And so it kind of changes the dynamic a little bit. He hurts me for a little while. Whenever they throw something new in, I'll roll for a little while, 2 weeks, and then I'll get used to it. Or I'll fight back on it. I've got, I think 7 or 8 tabletop defenders on that side where he is. And they would have killed me, definitely. Factually, they would have stopped my heart or killed me, mutilated my body so bad that I couldn't wake up if I didn't have those. So thank you, Q-Wave. Thanks, Q-Wave. I think what we need something with the strength of a tabletop defender to put on you personally. So Q-Wave, if you can make that, I know they're probably not watching this video. Q-Wave has saved my life. Q-Wave has saved my life. Aluminum has saved my life. Corrugated steel has saved my life. Altera with the house plugs. I'm getting 2 of those and putting them right by where I sleep, so I can get a little bit more power. And I'm trying to pull out of this region. I literally am trying to pull out of this region of war, because this is a war. But I want to make sure as I pull out that they don't attack me and kill me.
as I'm pulling out with all my defenses. It really is. It's not a war for them, but it's a war for the targeted individuals. They like on their side, they take offense to that. I heard the guy in the black car just now. He's like, "We're gonna get him out of here," and he slammed something down. They're just angry and hateful, and they want murder. Yeah. Listen to the dogs barking. I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't care at all. It doesn't affect me. The murder is the bad part for me. I've told y'all that, and I've told them that the microwaves to my head and my chest and my genitals, that's the part that I get mad at. Like, you could send 50 million cars around me with one light, people who don't know what they're doing, and that doesn't mean anything to me. The people who do know what they're doing, who are murdering people while they sleep, those people I hate and I get very angry at. These people on the street with one light or doing street view, they don't know what's going on. They don't know people are being microwaved in their house. They're being used. So, to be careful about that. Like, be real careful about that, about hating those people or, like, trying to go after them, because they're not the problem. They're just people being totally used. They think that they're going after dangerous people. They don't know anything. It's total confusion, and whoever created this program, they knew there would be people gullible enough to go out with their one-light cars and not know what was going on. They knew there would be this guy, like my attacker, who will gladly murder somebody if he can make some money or whatever. They just knew. They knew the scenario of what would happen, and what people would be able to listen to when you tell them about it, like how they don't listen to you. They knew it, so what we've got to do is prove them wrong. Prove to them that humans aren't these like predictive assholes that will murder or not be able to get help. We need to change this paradigm and flip it on its head, and show these guys like who even created this program that this is bullshit and Americans aren't going to fall for it and we're going to fight it, and they don't know us. You show your attackers they don't know you either. You show everybody that they don't know you. We know you. Other target individuals, we know you. We know the strength you have. They don't know you. They don't know shit about you. So bring it to them. Bring it to them hard. They don't know you. They don't know what you're capable of. They don't know the intelligence that you're capable of or the love that you're capable of. So let's bring it to them. It's time, man. It's time. These people who have been going through 18 years, 20 years, 30 years. I heard about a 65-year-old woman who they had been, microwaving her for 35 years, and she committed suicide. So it's like she lived half her life, and then they just took the rest of it. And she committed suicide. She couldn't wait another day. And that was a couple of years ago. That was maybe in the early 2000s, and she was right. Like, she was right that we weren't close. She wasn't right to commit suicide, but she was right that we weren't close. We need to fucking get close. We need to shut this shit down. I don't care how we do it. I don't care if we need to. I'm going to put out videos, as many as I can. They've gotten onto the computer that I usually use, and they've shut me down loading up on YouTube on that one. And it's like an old computer. So I don't know how they got onto that one. They're definitely on mine. I got one through last night, but it just took the whole night. So what they try and do is they either try and shut it down, or they'll just try and make it so slow that I'm wasting my time. But just getting one video through is like, I'm like, bam, productivity. Getting one video up is good for me. So they can keep doing that. It doesn't waste my time. I'll spend a day just getting one video out. I don't care. Sorry, I'm so angry, guys. I'm very agitated. They hit me very hard in the skull, and it wasn't like a full on. It was like a focused beam, like a focused directed energy beam at this side of the head. So it put so much pressure on my head last night, and they probably did it while I was sleeping, all the night while I was sleeping. They sexually molest me when I'm sleeping. They I don't know what you call it. They make me aroused while I'm sleeping. Like, they'll hit my genitals and do that. It's disgusting. It's disgusting and bizarre. Just mutilation. It's like all night long. I was like aroused all night long because this guy was just shooting it at my testicles and arousing me. Like, and that's sick. And that's what they do to women. Like, with me, like, I'll sit here and I'll talk about it, but these 20-year-old girls that it's happening to, they don't tell anybody because it's embarrassing and it's shameful. To me, I'll sit here and talk about it. I'll talk about everything they do because I'm a 33-year-old guy, soon to be 34, and I don't care. It's happening. It just doesn't matter what anybody thinks or what they want to manipulate or any of their lies. It doesn't matter the good people not believing it. That doesn't matter. I mean, I care about them the most. I care about the targeted individuals the most, actually, because it's people who've gone through the most pain any humans have gone through in our history, I think. But I care about the people who don't know about this, but I'm saying it doesn't matter that they don't know. It doesn't matter, because after you have a conversation with them and they're like, well, I just don't believe you. Well, that's great that you don't believe me, but still gotta face it. Still gotta face the reality that it is happening, that gang stalking exists, that electronic torture exists, that directed energy weapons exist, and some people have gotten their hands on them. They're making money from it. They're having fun and laughing at people's suffering, and it's happening in America and all over the world. Where humans, I always gave humans much more credit than this. Somebody out there, somebody up there in the echelons created this program, and they knew there'd be people to do it, and which is just amazing to me. Amazement. I would never have figured. And I guess when you believe in humans like that, you believe that they're evil and they'll do something, then you can make them do that. When you believe that they're good and that they can rise to heights, and you can lead them to do that. So it's like people can go both ways. Some of them just one. Some of them just go one way. But there are some people that were coerced and were pulled into it, who would have been good human beings their whole life, but then they're led to something like this, and they just think it's what's going on, and it's really horrible. And we've got to fight it. I'm just going to keep putting out videos. I saw my boy William Baker. We were missing you. I was worried that you've been hurt, but keep strong, buddy. He put out a video with some real thick cookie sheets, making kind of a something to put over you, which is a great idea, because what I have right now, I have aluminum polyester, and then the thick heavy-duty aluminum foil above me, which is working somewhat. Like, if I really get under it where it's kind of crushed down, that really works to help me sleep. But I think his idea wouldn't let anything in, really, because it's a thick metal. Don't listen. And I've seen a lot of like professional guys who've written books about this, like John Hall, and there was another one. They get on there and they're like, and the thing is that aluminum foil doesn't work, and copper doesn't work, and blah blah blah. But then he talks about a Faraday shield, and that's copper. Don't listen to them. These things do block it. I mean, I've been going through it for years and years. These things do create a defense. Maybe not the best defense, and maybe they can get through it, but use them. They do work. Like, these people, I don't know where this guy John Hall is getting his information from. Like, he's real smart about everything, and then he says you can't defend against it, and I'm like, that's a turd in the punch bowl, because you can defend against this. Do not listen to them. There's Q-Wave stuff that works. There's aluminum foil that works. I don't think he's misinformation. I think he's just, I don't know. I don't know about Dr. John Hall sometimes, but he puts out a lot of good information, but it's definitely not true that you can't defend against it. Okay, we're getting a fourth little dose of the toxin poison out in my yard. It comes in waves, and then it'll blow away. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and go in. I'm not done fighting. Like, it got a lot more painful, but I've got tricks up my sleeve for days and days and years, because that's how long this goes on, years. This guy, it's all he does. Like, I actually have to go to work. I'm gonna have to go help my mom. I'm gonna have to go try and live my life, which is not. I came in the whole weekend and just did this. I didn't want to go out or anything. These people destroy lives. Like, they're professionals at destroying lives and destroying American families. They feed off of it. They could do this for years and years. They don't care. I said I should stop talking about them. It just makes me angry. But I wanted to rant. I wanted to rant about how bad they are and how it doesn't matter what people think of you. Because, like, there are hundreds of thousands, just in America, of targeted individuals that do believe you, that hinge on what you do. Like, you may think of something to do that none of us have thought to do, and that you need to do that. You know, that could. You may know a senator, or you may know, like, I know the chief of police, like, because I work with a lot of people with my mom, but I don't think he'll admit it, even if he does know it. And some people might not know it. Like, the really good cops and stuff like that, they may not tell this stuff to you. Like, the really bad, like, people who are corrupt. They may just keep him out of it, plausible deniability, you know. And he's a great, nice guy, so I don't see how they would tell him about this. But I may start talking to some people that I have connections with. It's just like, I just don't think they're going to admit it. I think I called the inspector general, and I was in a psychiatric unit by the next day. So, you know, he was so nice on the phone. I mean, I've told y'all about that experience. So be very careful. This is the inspector general. He's basically over all of the police forces, the city and state police in this area, or in the state actually. And so he called somebody at the coroner's office, an ex-FBI agent, who called me and said, "Oh yeah, you got microwaves come to you? We'll just come to the emergency room and we'll fix you up. We'll check you out physically, just physically. You don't have to tell them what you've been going through, because I've told them." And so I got in there, didn't even get to talk to the doctor that the ex-FBI agent was talking about. Didn't get to talk to the doctor. I talked to a nurse practitioner. She set it all up, and I was in a blue suit, ready to go to the psychiatric unit. Didn't even get to talk to the doctor that he said I'd be able to talk to. And I had to explain everything to her, like, and he said I wouldn't have to explain anything. And he threw me in there. Like, the inspector general called him, this ex-FBI agent who works in the coroner's office, and they set me up to be thrown in there. Because they believed me. They probably believed what was going on, but they protected this guy. They protected the murderer. They protected him and said, well, we better shuffle this guy off the psychiatric unit. So a lot of people are going to protect the murderers. They're going to actually protect them because they're part of some kind of club or organization or whatever, and they're going to protect them. You've got to be very careful. There are some that won't. There are news organizations that won't protect the murderers. There are police, there are agents that won't protect them. They don't know about this stuff, and they need to be told so they can get their noses in it. This is a very complicated situation where you got two sides. The people who are doing this stuff hide it very well. They show people just what the good guys, they'll surveil you and just show them just what they need to, probably, to get involved, and not the whole thing. And just like if you're living in aluminum, you know, they won't say the microwave part, and probably they'll get some cops who know about the microwave part to tell other cops who don't know about the microwave part to be like, look, this guy's crazy. He's living under aluminum. He's doing this, and they don't tell them what they're doing, like that they're murdering you in your house. So then you'll get some extra cops to caravan you and stuff like that. So it's like lying and compartmentalization where, like, really, I don't even know how these people trust each other. And I guess in a lot of situations they probably don't. But like I saw this last night, this thing on psychopaths, and apparently they can spot another psychopath. I think that helps these people a lot, because they can spot somebody who will go along with murder. I mean, I think it's true. I was watching something that was a big thing on psychopaths, and this guy that's doing this to me is a psychopath. I mean, everything lined up parallel with him. Like, not caring about murdering, you know, when they go out, they act very, you know, just like everybody else. These people who are murdering me in this house, if you brought them up in front of a crowd of normal Americans and asked them, is killing somebody in their sleep with a microwave okay to do if they didn't do anything to you? They'd be like, no, that's horrifying. It's horrifying. It's evil. they would say the exact things that I'm saying. But since they're hidden up in that house and they're murdering me from their house, they're completely different because they're sociopaths. They go out in society, they act one way, then they go in their house where they can hide and murder, and they act another way. And y'all know this to be true. Like, all target individuals know this stuff is so ugly and crappy and full of lies and darkness. Let's stick together. I'm going to keep on putting out videos. I'll upload them one at a time, one day at a time, and I'll just get them out there until I want to get hundreds of thousands of views. Just keep putting videos out. And if I die, then at least this will be a journal of what happened. When people do understand it, they'll see this and they'll see a full thing of somebody going through it. And with all y'all's testimonies that I see out there, they'll see that too. I'd suggest talking about remote neural monitoring to the extent that you know about it. I would suggest that people don't come up with huge theories about it. There's this thing is different in every situation, and certain people are involved. But I would just maybe recommend these huge theories that it's like demons, or I don't know. You do your own thing. What you believe is what you believe about it. But just try and stick with the facts. Of what you know, of what you definitely know. You have to have theories about it because it is behind a wall with technology that you haven't seen. But just be careful about that because people will be able to take that and kind of use it against us to not get us help. We need medical help. These people have been irradiated for years, need medical help. We need authorities to help us. We need people like in the Senate and the House of Representatives to have we need hearings on this. We need hearings not only in Supreme Court, but we need hearings like at a Senate subcommittee level, like representative level. We need hearings on this. It's bioethical misconduct, using bioweapons from the military, directed energy weapons, to kill people in their sleep. We need hearings on this. So we got to move towards that. Information's what's going to get us that way. The more information you put out, the more people can't turn away, the more they'll have to do something about it. When there's no information out about it and people can go, I've never heard of that. When people can say they've never heard of that, that's the worst position we're in. I've never heard of that. At least if they've heard about it, because my psychiatrist that I go into, he's heard about it. He's studied it because of me now. And he's like, oh, well, I do think it exists, but I don't know. There's just, if somebody is living with somebody and they say it doesn't exist, he's like, all these people start doing that with me, because they look it up and they study it. So just get a lot of that done. Get the info out. Be careful with it, who you tell, but still get it out, We'll win the day, They'll win a couple battles, maybe even kill some of us, maybe even kill me. I don't know, but before they do, I'm going to put out a lot of information, and I'm going to back this up. This is the most horrible thing that I could imagine happening to a human being. All I want to do is, live a regular life. That's my biggest transparent wish, to live a regular life. It always has been. But it's I feel like I watch the people who give testimonies, and it's almost like the people who just want peace and just want to live their own lives. Those are the people these guys come after, because they want to manipulate and murder and ruin families, and they want to do all this crap that doesn't make any sense and just fuck people up. So they're going to go after people like us who are just like, I just want a regular life. I just want to live in peace, because they can't get us to work with them. We want to be away by ourselves. So the people who are manipulating and they want to murder people and stuff, that's who they're going to get, Alright, I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm pretty agitated. My weekends aren't replenishing. I don't have a weekend where I'm replenished and ready to go back to work, even if I have the whole weekend to do nothing. It's always torture. The weekends are the worst because more people get involved and they drink while they're doing it. And it needs to be stopped. It's not lawful. There's no point for it. I'm not the dangerous person. These murderers are the dangerous people, creating danger around every corner in this city. Like, it's putrid. It's putrid. It's like corrupt. It's so corrupt that I can't believe how corrupt it is. I can't believe that, you know, our fathers, our ancestors, like, who created this country, they had these positions of honor and responsibility. And these guys, now there are people coming into positions where they have so much responsibility, and they're playing God. They're killing people. They're using their power to be corrupted. I mean, just to do corrupt things. Like, and it's never happened. It's like our founding fathers, up until like just a couple of years ago, these people held these positions with honor and respect. Respected the people they protected, and the people who they protected respected them. Now that's all changed. It will all change. This isn't respect. This is corruption and murder. Like, I don't know what authority figures I can trust anymore. That's saying a lot for me, because my whole thing is fitting into society. Like, I'm an artist, so I like doing unique things, but I don't like going out and murdering people. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do things that hurt people. I'm going to listen to a policeman when he tells me to do something. Now, I don't know. I really don't. And I think a lot of people are coming to that, and I wish these guys who are involved in this could see that. And what's going to end up happening, I bet, is that the people who are higher up are going to hang these people out to dry. They're going to say it's some civilians, or it's some ex-military guys. You know, it's not the police force. It's not these agents. It's some ex-military guys. They got their hands on these weapons. Somebody's going to take the fall for this. Like, we're taking the fall right now. The targeted individuals, we're being burned alive in our sleep and in our homes. Somebody, when American people find out about this, like, somebody who's doing this, like, somebody in there, the lowest man on the totem pole or whatever, is going to take a fall. They're going to take a fall. Somebody's going to fall. Because that's what all this is about. That's how it works. So, I mean, we can look forward to a day where some of these people will get what's coming to them no matter what we do. But I don't know how long that's going to be. You know, we've got to wake people up. We've got to wake them up, because the information and people not being, this is what I see as the most important thing. When you talk to somebody about this, they can't say, I've never heard of that before. When we get to that point where it's like, well, I've heard of that before, but I always thought that was just some kind of, you know, when they've all heard about it before, that's when we're winning. Doesn't matter if they believe it, not believe it. When everybody's heard about it, then we got our foot in the door. We got a foothold there. So you want everybody to be like, well, I've heard of that. That's important. And that's what I'm working towards. I'm working my own way. I'm going to help some people who have been experiencing this for a long time. He does a radio show. I think he does conference calls. I'm going to start getting all up in that, no matter how bad I feel. Because as y'all know, it just takes a lot out of you. It just feels like, I mean, I had a conversation with somebody I really love today, and it's just like I wasn't even there. I was just trying to kind of finish the conversation. And it's like she needs my help. Like, she needed my help, and I was more, you know, whining about this stuff. It's just ridiculous. Like, my family needs my help. Like, people need my help. Like, just in little ways, just being there, just being positive. When you go to work, being cheery, so you say hello, good morning to people instead of like seeing if there's some gang stalkers around. Just those little things that you can give to people are important, and it makes a day. It makes a day up. If there are gang stalkers all around the city, creeping and crawling, and there's people with microwaves, it makes things shitty. It makes a negative environment, and then these psychopaths just kind of get a foothold and they gain control, and nobody can stop them. Nobody can just peel them away from these weapons. And they're backed up. They're backed up by other sadistic people who are corrupt, and they kind of swarm it. They swarm the situation, and they take control of it. And then all the good people are kind of outside of it, and they don't believe it, you know. So they really do a good job of that. They tag team you, and they dogpile you, and just be sure and get in close. So that all you think is that negative people exist, and all the good people are either on the outside or being tormented also by them. So it's not a good thing. We got to get to that other ring of good people who don't know about it. So they are like, and I do that like with my psychiatrist. Like, at first he was like, He'd never heard about this stuff, but he's a guy who goes and researches stuff. He's talking to me. I don't seem crazy. He's going to go research stuff. So you talk to people like that. You feel them out. You see if they're a good person or a bad person, and you kind of put it in there. It took me a long time talking to this guy, and I totally denied it that I believed in it because I was going to get thrown back in there. But after a while, I'm bringing it up, and I'm like, I don't know, this stuff, it is happening. I'm not going to do anything about it, but I want to get information out. And then he starts researching it. There's ways to infect them, infect these people, infect the people who are attacking you, infect the good people, infect them with information, infect them with a spirit of can-do, that you can do this, that you can actually, affect this thing, like infect them with, this isn't that big of a deal, we can stop this. And it's a huge deal, so I need to infect myself with this can be put away or anything. But the point is, it may not stop, but if we can get information out, and at least people will know about it, at least they'll, if you show them something weird, they'll be like, well, that's weird, and they'll kind of back these people off. They need to be backed off because they have total impunity, and since they have total impunity and they have no morals, they'll keep crossing that line. So this guy, he did a high-pitched EHF on me, then V2K, then poison, then it went to the ELF, then it went to this, to that, with the remote neural monitoring, and he has no line. He's not getting caught. That's his guiding stars. He's not getting caught. So he'll go to this line, this line, this line, this line, this line. And we don't understand that. People with morals, we have lines. We're not going to kill somebody. This guy doesn't have that line. He doesn't care. He's going to use weaponry to get it done. And he'll go to this line, to this line, to this line. He's like hired it out. He's getting somebody to come in here and help him with modded weapons. He has no line. He's bringing in some professional at this. That's what I think it is. It's a black car, which is all the really, really mainstream, like the big stalkers who are involved in the microwaves. I see black cars a lot. With totally tinted windows. This one has that, parked right up next to their house, and they kind of come in behind them. The car hasn't left the whole time it's been there, which it's suspicious, and it makes me think he has stuff in his car to amp a signal, to amp that frequency that they shoot at us, the microwave signal. So it's just, I'm assuming, and I guess that it's a ground-based theory on how much the pain has increased and how long this guy has been there, so it has validity to it, but I may be wrong. It may be my organizer's new car. He may have shipped it in, and he's getting a new little black car, but that would also prove that he's a gang stalker. The person who did this, I think that started it, the old guy, traded in his truck, his brown truck, for a sleek little black car. And that's what these stalkers, they love riding around in black trucks with total tinted windows. Usually the police that are involved have totally tinted windows. The police that are, not really involved, they don't have tinted windows. They have nothing to hide. People who are doing this, they have something to hide. And they'll have something that you can see where they're trying to hide it. You can see tinted windows. You can see a black car. You can see, that they don't come out a lot or something like that. They have something to hide. So look for that, and then you can kind of pick them out. Obsessed with death, just wearing black clothes all the time. And there are some people that wear black clothes, have black cars, and are not gang stalkers. But in this circumstance, if there's somebody that's doing bizarre stuff around you, and they have a black car with all tinted windows and one light, so it's all this stuff added up that you can add it up and say that's a gang stalker, then go ahead and do that, and watch it. Just watch them. Like what I started to do, I don't look at these one light cars or vehicular harassment. I don't look at it and I'm not intimidated, there are all these people that hate me. I'm studying it. I want to study it. It's harder to study it when I'm inside my house and this guy's really murdering me. When I'm out on the road and I can look around at vehicular harassment or any other kind of harassment, I want to study it. I want to study the kinds of people that are doing it. I want to look at their faces, see if they cover their faces, see what kind of people are doing this, because I want to learn as much as I can about it, because I want to stop it. And that's another part of this that's very important. You've got to learn as much as you can about it, about these people. And I've said, don't focus on these people, focus on getting out of it and defending it. Yes, do that, but seriously, we've got to learn, like, how these people came about, why they're so evil, what they believe in. We do need to know these things because we've got to learn it inside out if we're going to protect ourselves. Information, studying, like our faces have been turned towards it, so we're not going to really get away from the murder and stuff like that. We're not going to be able to, be innocent from the gang stalking again. So you might as well learn how evil these people are and what their methods are. You might as well learn that so we can turn it around and have semi-regular lives. Alright guys, I'm going to end it there, and probably just go inside, see kind of how things are going. Outside, they don't hit me much. It seems like in an open space, it's a lot harder for them because these things, I guess these directed energy weapons, they bounce off the walls and they get cohesion, in a very tight space or even a normal room. So going outside and putting your feet like in the dirt and grounding yourself is a very good idea. If you just can't take it, walk to the park and get your feet grounded. You may get some remote stuff, but at least it won't be as bad as trapped in your house. And I'm gonna let y'all know. I mean, the thing is, like, it's so physically, because of my nature and who I am. Like, being around them physically drains me. And I think it would even, like, if I got away from them and they were just doing it remotely to me, and I was at least away from a bunch of houses of people, on their walls, crawling along their walls, trying to hurt people, I think I'd do better. But I also don't want to pull those plates from the side of my house. And some of you guys who've been hit remotely, y'all understand that. But that's a point of contention between, like, not a point of contention, but people don't understand that. They're like, why don't you just take your plates with you? But they don't understand that they're on that wall, and that guy, I know where my stalker is. He's right there. He's right there. I've seen him in the window with ground weapons. I've heard him talking about it. Like, I know where he is. And I put stuff to buffer the remote stuff and the ground weapons. So right now, that's kind of a gift. And if I leave and these people are remote hit me from somewhere and I have no idea where to put the plates, I think I'd be at more of a disadvantage. So I'm trying to figure that out, what I need to do. It's a war for the target individuals. This is ritual. It's ritual sacrifice for the other people, for the microwavers. It's just a ritual sacrifice of a person. That's what it boils down to, because it's lies. It's people who haven't done anything, and they're just ritually sacrificing people and harassing them, lying to people. For us, it's a war. It is a war. You just got to decide if you're going to fight it as an American or someone who doesn't believe in America. And I believe in America even after this. Even if it has to be another civil war between, people who are being attacked, and people who want to tear down America, that's fine. Like, I still believe in America. That Constitution is the best thing that anybody has ever had. One nation under God, and then this is happening. These people are terrorists. So don't become a terrorist. Don't abandon your country. There are still authority figures that love this country and will fight this to the end with us. They just need a little bit of power. They just need a little bit of getting the info out where people can't deny this and these evil people can't say, nobody knows about this, so it's okay. They need some of that. They need us. They need us to put out information, and so they can get power. The good agents and good policemen, that they'll be able to be like, people know about this stuff, and they'll be able to stop it. And newspapers have gotten out articles. We need to talk to newspapers and just try and get this information out. Also, try and live your life. I know that's important, but these people, it's an all-out ritual sacrifice every second of the day on us. And so we got to find a way to fight this war and beat these guys. Beat them. It'll happen. It'll happen in time, but I want to speed it up. I want to quicken it. And this will, it'll probably a couple more years. People aren't stupid. In a couple more years, if we just, people are going to be getting this information out all the time. So I think it'll stop in a couple more years. I predict that. It's like whose heads are going to roll. I don't know, because somebody's gonna get fallout for this. Somebody's gonna get blamed, and it won't be any of the people up high who created the program. It'll be the guys at the bottom who are microwaving their neighbors. I hope so. I hope so. Alright guys, I love y'all. I hope you're doing good. This was an angry rant from me. Still believe in God, still have faith, you know. I mean, I'm saying I do. I still have all those things, and but I get angry sometimes, and I hate these people. Like, I hate them. I hate them that they're murderers, that they're hiding, that they're cowards, that they have to watch me all the time because apparently they have no lives, and then call me crazy because they want to watch me 24 hours a day. Very angry about that. Very angry that I can't have trust and love with my family like I want to, so I can help them. And then I look crazy. I look like the crazy accuser guy. I look like the terrorist or the crazy person who's going to do something dangerous. I hate that. I hate everything about this. It's darkness. It's chaos. It's people who don't care about America. And some of them will wrap up in the flag calmly and coldly and say that they're doing all this for America. I want to spit in their faces. Sorry, that's going pretty far. Yeah, I want to spit in their faces. I really do. Alright, this is my anger rant, guys. I'm trying not to put too many of these out because I want to be hopeful and I want to be a source of hope. But this is how I feel. This is a journal. So comment if you think I shouldn't be doing this, if you think I should get my emotions together before I make a video. Comment if you think, hey, we need to get any information out that we can. Comment if you think I'm a crazy, raving lunatic that doesn't know what I'm talking about. Comment. Your comments make this stuff work. Not really the videos, but your comments and leading people to information about it. Don't listen to anybody who says you can't defend yourself against this stuff. Like, see, that's a huge point. Q-Wave stuff works. It's expensive as hell, but it works. And corrugated steel works. Aluminum, polyester works, but the thick aluminum works better. Like, just a 75 square foot, real long, heavy duty aluminum. Just get some of that and like hang it up, block yourself. Or do what Thomas was doing, get some cookie sheets, you know, some real deep metal cookie sheets, and tie them all together. He was like making holes in them and tying them together. I subscribed to his channel. I was worried about him because I didn't see him for a long time, and they're really torturing him bad. Like, I mean, you can just tell he's like skin and bones, like a skeleton. He's like, hello, my name is Thomas. Like, really nice English guy, just good guy, you know. But they're just pummeling him, just raping him with microwaves. So we need to stick together and support each other. We need to do it better. I need to do it better. I don't know. I think you guys are coming together in conference calls, and you know that's a really good way to get together. I almost want to get my mom's help and maybe make a house somewhere where I live, or a certain state where it's real heavy, and I could make a house, with all the defenses that I've learned. Like, I could make a house where the outside, where it could be a safe haven for people. But I don't know. I got to figure out my own situation first, and try and make finances, not let these people destroy everything that I've tried to get in my life or tried to work for. That's a tough one because they like this. Like, they like yelling at people that they're murdering. They feed off of it. They're strengthened from it. The people who involve themselves in this. That's a definite. They really feed off of it. Like, I don't know in what way. It seems like they get off on it or whatever. Alright guys, I'll talk to y'all later on the next video. I'm going to try and put up some more today. I know it looked terrible. Like, these guys, they really do. Like, out here it's not so bad, but I'll go inside and they just drill, like, it just drills through this part of my head, just burning it. Just burning the nerves. hits me in the eye or the cheek sometimes. Just really, they want to destroy your face. That's a very important part, because if they destroy your face, people like kind of look at your face, and they're like, oh, well, this guy's nice, or this guy looks crazy, or whatever. And we kind of go by, like a lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, they go by kind of your shell. So if you have a job or something, they'll want to hit you in the jaw or the face or the cheek or the eyes. You know, they want to go for something that people, when they like face you, that they'll, you know, be like, oh, there's something different about this person. You know, they really are creepy, like serial killer, like they study anatomy and stuff like that, I bet. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but the way they're hitting me, this guy in the black car who's like a professional at this, he's studied anatomy, studied murder, and everybody, he came in here and like the households are kind of just going along with him. You know, hey, how are we going to get this murder completed? It's crazy. It's like the craziest thing ever. And they're getting away with it, and I look like the crazy guy. And I mean, it is just, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. All right, let's definitely end this one in a prayer, because it was so angry. So I definitely want to give this one up to God, putting it out there for y'all, and definitely let Him work His magic with what I've just said, like the anger and the hate. Dear God, just protect us all today, all target individuals. Give us good ideas. Give us people in our path that can help us to stop this. Put them in our path. When we're angry, give us an outlet. When we're sad, give us people to comfort us. Help us to comfort others. Please, God, help us in this time of need, and protect us. You know, I know, like, I'm not a perfect human being, and you know, being murdered makes me angry. So please still my heart and let me know that you're there, just protecting all of us. Me. Alright, guys, I'm going to, in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, I want to give that one up to God, because it was an angry rant. There might be some of these, I mean, they are hitting me really hard with the murder part of it. The other stuff is, what they try and do. I just want to say this last thing. This guy, if he can hurt me with these weapons, then the gang stalking out on the street is heavier. He's able to get more policemen to Caravan, because he's like, we've got him. I've got him crazy now, because he's trying to hurt me with these direct energy weapons, and then say, hey, I've got him. We've got him. He's crazy now. So let's go at him. So then he'll put more people with the vehicular stalking. He'll lay that on heavy. But I don't care about that stuff even when I'm dying, even when he's really hurt me. It doesn't make me like extra paranoid or anything. But I see that, I study that when they think they've wounded you, that's when they'll lay it on thick, because they're cowards. So when they think they've got you good and wounded from behind a wall, they're behind a wall, and they're wounding you when they think they've got you like out of sorts, that's when they'll, you know, do their secret stuff, their bullshit, vehicular harassment and stuff on the streets. Just stay strong, show them that they don't know anything about you, and they don't. Psychopaths don't know anything about normal human beings. They don't understand. They mimic things that we do on the outside, but they do not know what we have on the inside. The caring and the love. Even if you look like a piece of shit one day and they really tear you up, don't worry about it. Just come back. They're murderers. You're angry about being murdered. You win. You win the good guy competition. So just know that. And just come back from it and be a good person. These sociopaths and these psychopaths do not know. They don't understand what is inside a regular human being. Let's use that to our advantage. Use it to our advantage, because you can tell them. You can tell who these people are. You look closely enough, and you talk to somebody for a while, and you can know who's a psychopath, who has nothing inside. And we're not those people. We're being killed because we're not those people. So just, like, keep in mind, they don't know who you are, they'll never know who you are, but don't even let them think they know who you are. Don't give anything to them. Alright guys, I love you, God bless you all, God bless this video, because it was an angry video, and, you know, I cuss a lot, But just please, God, help us. Help this whole country. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one.